Let's all play What's My Line?
Well, listen, it's been a marvelous week. Everybody's looking very elegant. Joanna is walking very carefully today.
Oh, that's because you teased me yesterday about how I walk.
I love the way you walk. I love the way you look tonight. Listen, we have two marvelous challenges for you today and a mystery guest who will stump you and baffle you. Right now, with our first challenger, enter and sign in, please. Joe Sidoti. Hi, Mr. Sidoti. Where are you from, sir?
I guess from Red Bank, New Jersey.
Well, all right. If you were going to make a guess, that sounds like an educated guess. Panel, Joe Sidoti has invented a training device. With it, you can learn in your living room something which you could previously learn only out of doors. We will now show what Mr. Sidoti's invention teaches you to do. And we'll start the game with Joanna Barnes.
Is this a sport?
It can be called a sport. It can be used as that.
It is in the broadest sense a recreation, however.
No, in the broadest sense, it's not a recreation.
Aha.
1 down and 9 to go, Soupy.
Red Bank, New Jersey, that's the home of Count Basie.
That's correct.
Joe, this is an invention?
Well, it's a training device.
A
that he's
training
invented,
device.
Yeah.
Is it a training device that is used by humans?
Yes.
And is it something that you hold in your hand? Some part of it?
Part of it.
Is it
When you say hold it, you mean lift it up? Or...
either in your left or your right hand, depending whether you're left-handed or right-handed?
I really don't know how to answer that, Soupy, because I don't know whether you hold it in your hand or not.
Well, ask Joe.
Part of it.
It's touched, but it isn't in fact held up. Is that what you mean?
You're touched, and we're holding you up right now.
Oh, that's terrific, Soupy. You have a delightful sense of humor. That's $2. Gail?
You don't, and give me that back. That's it. Okay.
Gail?
This thing that it teaches, is it usually done in the snow?
No.
Okay, 3 down, 7 to go. Alan?
I just want to make sure we haven't misdirected ourselves here. We have established that it is the activity that your device teaches is not considered to be a recreation, generally speaking.
The general field is not a recreational field, but there is within that field an aspect to this which is recreational.
Yeah, and it is fairly sportive.
Well, when it's recreational, it's sportive.
Okay. Well, is it something that one tends to do when one does it after he's learned on your device in the company of other people?
Can be.
Mm-hmm. It's something he can do alone or she can do alone.
That's correct.
Is it something that involves any kind of physical exertion?
Slight.
It's so slight as to be negligible. 4 down and 6 to go, Joanna.
But this can be enjoyed by men and women together.
Yes.
Is this thing associated with any particular season of the year?
No.
5 down and 5 to go, Soupy.
Is there anything ever mechanical about this? Like different, like you would be in your living room and you learn something that might be reflected on a screen or something in the house?
Not
No.
in that sense, I don't think. 6 down and 4 to go, Gail.
Now, this actual device, does some part of your body touch it?
Yes.
Would that be below the waist?
It could be.
Yeah.
It could be.
Are you standing when you're using this?
No.
7 down and 3 to go, Alan.
The activity that it trains you to do, you do outdoors.
Right.
Is any machinery involved in that?
Yes.
Does that machinery move?
Yes.
Does it have wheels?
Yes.
Is it a form of transportation?
Yes.
Is it a car?
No.
8 down and 2 to go, Joanna.
So we can rule out that this teaches you to drive. It's not a car.
Yes, you can rule out that it teaches
Oh,
you...
it teaches you to fly.
That's exactly what it does. Sidoti is the president of Analog Training Computers, Inc., and he's developed a personal flight simulator which teaches people to fly at home. Could we take a look at that?
Sure.
Here, Jennifer, would you bring it out, please? There it is. That is some device. Let's go over there, Joe. Now then, first of all, I would like to ask you how much this device costs.
This costs $995. We have a more advanced model which costs $1,800.
Now, does an individual buy this, or do institutions buy it? How does it work? Thank you,
Individuals
Jennifer.
buy them, flying clubs buy them, schools are buying them. As a matter of fact, one of the most important uses we found is coming about is that schools are finding this is an excellent way of motivating students, keeping them from dropping out. It encourages them to take the sciences, mathematics, physics, and so on.
That's marvelous. Now, how does it work? Can I try?
Sure.
Okay. What do you do?
Have to switch on. This indicates that you are flying. This right here is the artificial horizon. What you see there is a miniature airplane, and you're turning the wheel and
You all
closing
see
the
this?
background to
Yeah.
turn in response.
I see.
Just
Now,
below that,
what is the object? What do you try to do to keep...
when you fly an airplane, you must
Oh,
know-
look, it moves up and down.
Yes, that's indicating that the airplane is pitching up or pitching down. And of course, when you pitch down, you'll notice that you'll see that this will descend, showing that the altimeter showing that you are descending.
You have one that shows when you hit the ground?
You'll hear a buzzer. We have a buzzer on here.
And it segues into a harp.
And as you pull back long and far enough, you'll notice that the airspeed drops off so low that it stalls. And stall in the aircraft means the aircraft has stopped flying. The red light indicates that, and now you're in a spin. You'll notice that this is spinning about. You're now inverted upside down and continuing around, coming out the other side.
Joe, we're falling!
This is the compass up here.
Yeah.
And down below this, you'll see down here is the directional gyro, which is actually an indication for heading. And these two needles here indicate the theoretical course which you must follow in order to get the airplane down on the ground when you're flying. The needle that is pointing up at this time indicates that you are below the altitude you should be at in order to make an approach. This needle indicates that you are to the right of the course that you should be at to make an approach. You'll never find the airport.
Larry, you're
Joe, you can't set a kid like me up in a crate like this. Now what's happening?
I'm turning you back right side up.
I thought something was wrong.
We also have a device here which causes turbulence to be injected, which
Oh.
creates the same characteristic that you would see if you were flying and you were totally enclosed by clouds. And of course, if you want to climb, you add power and pull back on the wheel and try to keep the wings level.
Now, do you have a little thing that comes on at some point and says, "The Lord is my shepherd"?
But we have the voice of the controller, which is considered to be the same.
For the marker, clear for the approach, ILS runway 7, approach now 124.3, good day.
And now you follow what the instructions are.
Clear for the approach, ILS runway 7, approach 124.3, 82 Bravo.
And this not only teaches them how to fly, but also listen to the transmission and how to respond.
Bravo, 2 from the marker.
Now, on the larger unit, are there also pedals that you can use?
Yes.
Report the marker.
This particular,
Report the marker, 82 Bravo.
you just asked the pilot to report at the marker, which means at this point, when this blue light comes on, you're a theoretical 7 miles from the end of the runway, and at that point, you start to make a letdown. And when you please try to keep the wings level.
I'm doing my best. It's this turbulence that's got me. This is really a fantastic thing, and the use for children in educational situations is really marvelous. Congratulations. It's a great contribution. And that was a beautiful save, Joanna, at the last minute. Let's see how we do this time. Would our next challenger enter and sign in, please? Eve? Corey? Where are you from, Miss Corey?
I'm from Nogales, Arizona.
Okay, panel. Eve Corey has 2 occupations. Part of the time she works as a butcher, and will now show the audience what her other occupation is. And just because old Alan Alda also has a daughter named Eve, let's start with him.
Thank you. Now, I take it that now you're a butcher part-time, and I take it your other occupation is an unusual one for a woman to have. Is that this?
Not necessarily, no. 1 down and 9 to go.
Okay.
Joanna?
In your occupation, do you deal with a product?
Yes.
Is this product something which both men and women might use?
No.
Well, it is something that both might use, but in the context in which she uses it,
In the kind of,
they don't. Is that correct?
well, okay.
You don't work
So
with
it's a
men
qualified-
and women, is that right?
No, I don't.
It's a
Okay.
qualified something or other.
Right.
You get.
Yeah.
So that's 2 down, 8 to go. No, because she apparently does not work with men at all. Okay, Soupy? Confused?
You're a butcher.
Yes.
That's one job. We got that one.
That's right. See, and when she goes on vacation, that's known as a meatloaf. Okay, now, we're looking for another occupation that she does.
Right.
Is it in anything in the food line?
No.
3 down and 7 to go, Gail.
Now, you deal primarily with women, only with women.
Yes.
Do you deal with them indoors?
Yes.
Do you touch them?
Yes.
Do you, do they look better after you've touched them?
No, no.
Well,
I
I would...
I don't.
well, 1
touch
minute.
him to that point, do
Cut them up.
I? Not necessarily.
Maybe like a facelift.
Well, in the sense that she means it, she means no, they are not. But in the sense that we would receive the results of her work, yes, they would in fact look better to us.
Ooh, is that a no or a yes?
It's a yes, but it's one that
Okay. Now,
that protects us both.
when you touch them, do you touch them above the neck?
No.
4 down and 6 to go.
Do the women you work with stretch their muscles in any way in the process?
No.
5 down and 5 to go, Joanna.
May we rule out that you are a masseuse?
Yes, you may.
Yes.
So, but you do touch people, and not necessarily above the neck. Do you touch them on the predominantly in the trunk of the body?
Yes.
You're a butcher. You touch ladies somewhere between here and here.
Whatever it is, I want that job.
Is there anything? There's no stretching of the muscles, so may we rule out exercise of any kind?
Yes, you may.
But do they feel better after you're through with them?
Yes.
Is there anything therapeutic about what you do?
No.
No, 6 down and 4 to go. You want to make a guess at it, Soupy, and try to figure out what the product is that she's using there on the trunk? Okay, then let's throw them all over, and we will tell you that Eve Corey is a corset fitter. And what Eve meant to say was that after the corset is on, they're the same person. You take the corset off, and they're not any better than they were before.
That's right, because remember, you get out of a corset what you put into.
That's right.
Do you need any special training to be a corset fitter?
I have been to about 20 schools, and I've been fitting them for 18 years.
Really? Is it a complicated business?
Yes, a little bit.
How about the butcher business? How long have you been doing that?
I did that for 6 years, and I still do it off and on. And I
When-
started when it was hard being a butcher.
When you have someone who won't quite get into the corset, do you find your training in the butcher shop of any use?
No.
Thank you very much for being with us all once more. You know, it really must be extraordinary in Nogales, Arizona, to be a butcher and a corset maker. I never... But Soupy, did you ever know anybody that wore a corset?
Oh, yeah. My sister-in-law in Tennessee wears a corset, and my brother stole it from her one day, and she's now suing him for non-support. Next question?
I wouldn't ask you another question. I tell you what, we're now at the point for the appearance of our mystery guest, a special feature of What's My Line, and it's time for masks for you all to be in the dark. Are your masks in place?
Yes, sir.
Would our mystery guest enter and sign in, please? Okay, panel. You have 2 minutes to find the identity of our mystery guest. It's one question at a time, and we'll start with Soupy Sales.
That was a marvelous ovation. Is that because we would see you on television quite often?
Occasionally.
Gail?
When we see you, do you sing?
Yeah.
Alan?
Do you also do comedy?
Yeah.
Joanna?
You are a lady, I presume?
They told me.
Soupy? Yes, it is.
Did we establish she was a singer? Yes. Did you ever appear in a television show like on Saturday morning?
No.
Gail?
Are you a blonde lady?
No.
Alan?
Oh, then I don't know who it is. I probably didn't know who it was before she was in the blonde lady. Did you ever have your own television series?
No.
No.
Joanna?
Are you appearing currently as a singer in the New York area?
No.
Now.
Soupy?
Did you ever, were you ever on this panel?
No.
Gail?
Do you do primarily variety shows?
No.
Alan?
Would we know you from watching popular late-night talk shows?
Not necessarily.
Joanna, you're gonna hate yourselves in a minute.
Are you a regular on any panel show?
No.
Soupy?
Are you on Broadway doing a show now?
No.
Gail?
Are you doing a series now?
No.
Alan?
Are you my wife?
I don't think so.
Joanna?
Well, I know you're not my wife.
15 seconds.
Oh, wow.
This is one of the...
Are you, do you have a hit record out now?
No.
Hey, Soupy, I tell you...
Do you live on the West Coast?
No.
You're not going to believe it. This is one of the best disguised voices you will ever hear in your life. You want to take off your masks and see? But that was really terrific.
You know, she almost got me when she said, "Do you have a hit record out now?"
Well, you have one coming
Well,
out.
there's one coming out. That's what I want to. Yeah, I just got back from London, and I did I think it's going to be a marvelous album. It's about 14 of the biggest songs that I've ever introduced on Broadway.
What's the name of it?
And it's called Merman Sings Merman.
Oh,
And it's done with a 52-piece orchestra. It's like a symphony behind me. It comes out 15th on London Records.
They
I think
finally got enough people, huh?
Is my birthday, and now I know what I want.
Good. Okay, I'll
I
send
tell
you a
you,
joint.
nobody who has not had Ethel Merman sing right into their ear can imagine what that experience is. Everything goes right out of your head.
Yeah, this is going to be a great sound. It comes out in quadro and stereo and cassette and you name it.
That's
Cartridge,
terrific,
everything.
Ethel.
Yeah.
That's terrific. We cannot wait to hear
Well,
it.
I can't wait for you to hear it too.
Thank you for... No, don't go away.
No?
Wait. We'll have a commercial and Ethel will still be here.
Okay.
We'll cut away now. Okay?
Yeah.
Goodbye, Gail. Goodbye, Alan. Joanna, thank you for being with us. We'll see you Monday. Bye.
What's My Line is a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production. Jennifer Woods clothes by Bonwit Teller. This is Wayne Howard.